Hi, it's Patsy and welcome back to my channel. Now, I haven't been on for a couple of weeks, I think. And here we are, the end of February, and we've got a leap year this year, so we've got an extra day of February. But it's gone really fast, or it seems to have gone really fast for me anyway. It's been a month for me to have my yearly checkup at the doctors and opticians and what have you, and trying to sort out things with mum and everything. So it's been quite busy on sort of personal levels and what have you. But yeah, it's certainly sped by. I've come out in hives or something, all the stress. So you just have to ignore all that. Yeah, so my practice this month. I don't know if any of you have been watching. I've been watching these last few days a tag what come out. It was called T, so occult with T, E-A, T-E-A on the end, occult T. And most of the videos are about an hour long because it's pretty in-depth. It's in the witchy community. I haven't done it because even though I do the witchy stuff at home, I've never really shared it on my channel, and it's for all these questions about the witchy space on the internet, on social media. There's some really interesting questions and some really interesting answers. There's quite a lot of people been doing it, and I've been watching them, and yeah, there've been some fascinating kind of insights come out of that. And there's sort of different sections, and there's about consumerism and all the rest of it on there. Well, I'd already started thinking this at the end of last year within the tarot part of my life, that I got caught up when I first joined in 2018. I got caught up in this buying, because when I joined, I had only a couple of decks. I didn't even realise there was as many decks as there was. I'd been working constantly these couple of decks for years. And then when I joined the YouTube tarot community and saw these decks, it was just, oh, gotta have that. And I have kind of, when you sort of with hindsight and that, realised that this buying new decks all the time and having decks coming in all the time, you don't, or I don't, I should say, some people are probably completely different, kind of lose the way, and I don't really connect to any of these decks what was coming in. So it was like I was always looking for the next one. So one would come in, I'd have a look, I'd play with it for a little while, and then okay, next, put it on the shelf, next one. And I kind of got caught up in that wheel of buying, putting aside, and finding that I wasn't connecting to any of them as such, but also that a lot of the practice that I had before I joined TarotTube, I kind of pushed aside because it was just always focused on the next deck, on what the next deck was going to be and when it was going to arrive, and was this going to be the one that I really loved, but I never ever gave them a chance when they come in. It was just back on the shelf, next one up. So I've kind of been doing a lot of thinking about that since the end of last year. And so what I've been doing since is been going through my decks and trying to work with them, tarot especially, not so much the oracles, but tarot especially, on just one or two at most a month, to see if I've got that connection to them. And if I have, all good, they'll stay in my collection. If not, then they will be rehomed. So that's what I've been kind of doing, and trying to get back on track with what's important to me through my practice and what I kind of left behind, and trying to get back on track with that sort of thing. So this month's been spent a lot of time doing a lot of ancestry work, because that is something that's really close to me. And I've been actually using this one, the Ancestral Grimoire. I am doing an Ancestral Grimoire, so this one's quite good. I have the other one, the Ancestral Tarot. I've shown them before. I'm working through this one. This one's pretty good because you have got sections for each month. Like we're now coming out of February, and February was all about personal magic and manifestation magic. So that's coming out of February, and we're going into March, and the March one is all about personal magic and healing magic. So, I mean, you don't have to go in order, but it's just good that they do. So that is what I've been working with, and the deck that or one of the decks, the one that I've been doing my daily draws with is the Forest of Enchantment by Lunia Weatherstone. I love this deck. This is definitely one what I'll be staying, but there's the backs. Everybody I would think has seen this deck, but it is so lovely. There is name changes on just about every card, even the suits are changed, but you soon get used to them. It doesn't really worry me. I love the Fae. I love that earthy tarot decks. So this deck is right up my street, but I wasn't really using it. It was one of those that I rarely pulled out. So this month I've been doing my daily draws with this and really getting to know it and reading the book, and I'm loving it. This is definitely going to be staying, like I say. I read this one pretty intuitively, as well as, you know, the meaning to the card, but I do like decks that I can do that, so I can have that basis of you know your knowledge that you know have for that particular card, but then something within the images that you can work on. So yeah, so that's the one I've been using for my daily draws, and I've really enjoyed that. I don't know if I'm even ready to stop using that one tomorrow, so that one might come off my daily draws but be one that I work with for March. So the one I've been working with in March is another one that I used to really enjoy, got put away and haven't used it for a long time, and it's the Everyday Witch by Deborah Blake. This is another one that I used to use all the time and then got put away. Again, this is a pretty old deck. Most people would have seen this. And again, it's one of those decks that you've got the basic meaning, very rider weight, but then you've got other things going on in the image that you can draw on with your intuitive self. So I've been doing a lot of readings with this, and I'm really been enjoying working with this again. This is definitely going to be one that it stays with me. It won't be going nowhere, because I am really enjoying reconnecting with this. And like I said, I've been using this through the month of March. Every time I want to do a spread or something, this is the one I've been pulling out. So yeah, so that's the Everyday Witch by Deborah Blake. And like I said, that won't be going nowhere either. I'm absolutely loving reworking with that one again. It's very intuitive, that deck, and very spot on for me, as is the Forest of Enchantment. So the oracles that I've been working with, this one I've had in my collection a long time, and you know what, I'm embarrassed to say I never touched it till this month. It's the illustrated Herbery, and this is the collectible box set. You could get the other ones where it was a littler box and then the cards I think were tucked in the back. This is the collectible box set, so it is had, oh, if I can get it out, it has got a hardback book. You do get a thing that I don't use at the minute, and then you've got the cards. There's the backs. Card stock is pretty good, because I believe the other ones in the smaller boxes, the cards was quite flimsy. So this is the kind of imagery that you're getting. I'm really enjoying this deck. I don't know why I didn't. I think it came at a time and it just got put on my shelf, and it was one of those things that I kept saying, yeah, I'll work with that. And then I was pulling other things instead. This is such a beautiful deck. There's such bright, beautiful colours. The imagery is lovely. Like I said, I've been pulling one of these a day and really getting to know this deck, and this deck won't be going nowhere. I really enjoy working with this, and again, this is one that's been out a while as well. I think all the decks that I'm showing are decks that are out for a while. But yeah, I really enjoy working with this. And then the book, you kind of, let's just find one. You get this one. You get like a right up there, self-heal, the ripple outward self-heal, and then you get a couple of rituals and reflections for each card, so they're always good as well. Kind of give you prompts and that to kind of work with and to think about. So that I'm really enjoying. So that is that back in there. So that is the illustrated Herbery. I believe there's other ones as well. I think you can get a crystal one and others, I think. But that is the only one that really called out to me. So that's another one I've been working with. So the next two, we'll do this one first. These two came from, came into my collection quite recently. So this is, you know, I do still buy, but these are what I wanted for a while. This one particularly, I've wanted this for many years when it first saw it. And I did think I'd ordered it about 4 or 5 years ago, and a book came instead. I hadn't read it properly, it was just a book. But I really struggled to find this available in the UK. And then I saw it on Facebook secondhand, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have that because it's one that I've wanted for a while. It's 64 wisdom keepers offer direct, heartfelt ways to work with the emotions, fears and challenges we all face. They embody archetypal themes and concepts found in the 64 hexagrams of the I Ching and explored in Richard Rudd's profound visionary books, The Gene Keys. It's a deck by, what's her name? I did see it. Oh yeah, there it is, Rosie Aronson, PhD, I think. She's the one who done this book. I mean, you get a good book inside this, but I have got the other book somewhere, but you do get a good chunky book in this. And they're a big card. You get 64 faces, and that's the backs. And they're all faces. They're quite glossy. And then you get like a keyword on the bottom. All the faces are different, and they've all got different keyword to work with. And I've been pulling one of these a day. Again, this is such an old deck, you've probably all seen it, but I've always enjoyed faces. Faces are very expressive. I think that's why I love the Hidden Realm so much. So to me, I do enjoy these kind of decks. So there we go, these are the, and then in the book you do get a fair bit of there you go. So for this one you get like a story, a wisdom story. So you get that with all the cards. Then you get the gift to you, so that is like the message to you. And then at the bottom you always get questions for contemplation. So like for this one, do you tend to overthink and nitpick or become paralysed with indecision? Are there things, situations and people you feel you just have to understand or you can't relax? How can you tell when you are overthinking with, or how can you tell when you're thinking with your heart? These are all questions to think and journal on. So I quite like those sort of decks. So I'm enjoying this at the minute. And like I said, they are big cards, so they look nice on the altar space. So yeah, that's one that I've been looking for a while, quite a few years actually. And then I spotted it on Facebook, so I thought, well, I'll have that. And she was also selling this one, so I had this as well because I had seen this. And it's the Soulflower Plant Spirit Oracle by Lisa Esterbrook. It's a 44 card deck. And I'm enjoying this too. I do like plant-based decks and I love flowers. And I had seen this one and thought how pretty it was. That's the backs of them. All the backs are different, kind of different tones of the same colours. But yeah, it's lovely cardstock. So you get, this is what you got on each card, so you got a little bit of a write-up there. But I think these are so pretty. I do love plants. And like on this one, you got chickweed, which is tolerance. Chickweed is tough and knows her power. She knows how to shine despite challenges and tough circumstances. When you need to make a difficult decision, chickweed will help strengthen your self-confidence and understanding, so you can tap into your own inner wisdom and grace and compassion. So that is the kind of thing that you get on the bottom of these cards. And they're all the same. But I just think the art on these and are just beautiful, and the colours and the messages are nice. So yeah, I think this is still available. I don't think this is particularly old deck, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm really enjoying working with this one as well. It's very nice. And this dandelion is beautiful. So yeah, so that is the Soulflower Plant Spirit Oracle, and that is by Findhorn Press. Never heard of them. And by Lisa Easterbrook. I never showed you the book, did I? You do get a book, and you do get like the page, and then you get the bit what's on the front of the card, and then it goes into a bit more in depth there about the plant and what have you, and then it gives an affirmation at the end. So that is what you get with that. So that is my month. It's been pretty quick. I have, like I said, I'm not really getting decks in, though I am looking forward to one what's coming out, I believe 1st of April. I can't remember the name, but it's that one where it's looking close up at the certain parts of the cards, Ehrenberg or something like that. I can't remember, but I've got that on pre-order. I'm looking forward to that. It's something completely different to what I've got. But I'm just working my way through old decks, seeing what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep, seeing if I'm connected with them or not connected with them, whether I want to connect to them or not, and kind of trying to make my collection smaller, more usable for myself, and just kind of get myself back into practicing on a daily basis. So thank you for watching. I know this was a bit boring probably because they're all old decks and nothing new, but if you have watched to the end, thank you, and I will see you all soon. Bye.